Last week on Knights of the Rolled Table, after returning from Zeppelbrum Falls, the party is informed that each of them is to meet with a member of the Crystal Council for some one-on-one time. The council are wary that an enemy is in their midst, and Jerik succumbs to the charming personality of Keshara. Reuniting once again, Jerik tells the knights that the third Curio of Voop may reside in the Undermountain beneath their feet. They enter the mines, and after discovering a rather large door, are ambushed by... Wait, is this right? Okay, a barrel.
As Jerik walks hastily towards the door, one of the barrels sprouts arms and legs and goes ah! and kind of screams and runs towards Jerik.
What was that?
All right, so this barrel kind of forms arms, legs. It kind of pulls out an axe from its side, and I'll give you a visual.
Does that barrel have an axe?
I'll give you guys a visual
What the heck
of
is
kind of
going
what
on?
this looks like here. The listeners at home will just have to deal with it.
What into places?
Kind of looks like Coach.
It's like a little barrel keg, and it has formed a face, and it has an axe, and it goes, bah! And it's gonna make an attack at you with its axe. And
Who is you?
it's against Jerik, because Jerik.
I feel like I was running full force towards the door, and that's gonna totally like. Is it down? I'm running downstairs, and a barrel right next to me, just like
Yeah,
started
so
walking
on
around.
your left, you run past some barrels, and
If we want to say I fall on my face, like.
well,
Get
so
clotheslined by an axe.
Could do like a con save or what would be like a
Strength.
So
Roll a Benny
actually, what
Hill
he's going to
save.
do is he's going to do an ale blast, which
God.
he shoots a 1 gallon jet of ale in a 15-foot line that is 5 feet wide.
What?
Each creature in that line must make a DC 13 Constitution saving throw. So I need you to make a con save. And as you're running by, he's going to be like, "Bah!" and kind of lean forward and just, like from his head, a bunch of
gallon
ale
of
shoots
ale?
out.
Crit.
Oh!
24.
Jerik is able to maneuver out of the way as this blast of ale comes from the top of this this keg with arms and legs, and the other 3 other ones that are on the sides of the hallway that are around you that you have now stepped into have formed faces and whatnot. And we are in initiative, and initiative has already been rolled. So Saeleas, you are up first. Their surprise round was to attack Jerik and also to kind of come to life. These sort of construct barrels. What would you like to do?
So
Saeleas?
all of them are
All of them are up and they're like,
sprouted.
all
right.
Saeleas is up first.
He's gonna go ahead and firebolt the barrel
Sarsa.
next to him, and that's a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
All right. Firebolt. That's 17 damage.
So you shoot out a firebolt. This big blast of fire comes out, and it lights the ale on fire. It kind of splinters the wood, and you see this construct made that's a barrel kind of go and kind of fall down, and it starts burning right there. So you've seemingly taken it out. It stops moving where it is.
I'll be back.
No, I don't think it will.
All right. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Back up a bit so that the other ones are.
Okay, Sarsa, you're up next.
Sarsa
quick
over.
question because I don't think I did it earlier. Is it okay if I use some hit dice to because I never healed up? I mean,
Yeah,
we didn't really
yeah.
discuss
In
that.
in the time like you're in the bathhouse and whatnot, like we'll say that you can consider that
not
your
have a
short rest.
Okay.
when you guys were prepping for your dates and whatnot,
Okay.
you can consider that a
Yeah.
short rest.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Sarsa, let's do the bigger bracelet. I'm gonna
All
try it
right.
out. And
Okay.
become a giant woman.
A
here.
giant Sarsa.
Let me do my D4 to figure out how many charges I have.
The cavern, just to let you know, and this cavern is only 15 feet tall.
Okay, so if I'm about 5'6", if I do double my size, I'd be like
You'd just be
11 feet.
Like your horns would be.
I'd be 11 feet.
Okay, double the size. Yes, not
Yeah.
not 2 times the size. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're good. You got some
Oh yeah,
clearance.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna just real quick figure out. So it's gonna be 3 charges
Okay.
for the day.
All right.
So this is charge number 1, and does that use my action or can I attack?
So the charges are like that's
It's a free
that's just determined. That's not. It doesn't take an action to figure out
Yeah,
the charges.
but turning into a big old lady.
that is an action.
Okay. So
Yes.
then I can't attack on top.
Yeah.
Lady.
But then I'm going to.
Yeah, it's an action to. It's kind of like enlarge. It's like an action to cast enlarge. So all of you see Sarsa just go, and she gets bigger
wow.
and bigger, and her Mace of Disruption gets bigger as well. Like basically everything about her just gets large, right up, very close to the ceiling.
Then that's it. But she's gonna be a big old lady, and she's gonna look down at these barrels and say,
Oh, I've been fighting alcoholism my whole life. This ain't nothing new.
And Sarsa, since you're big and you say this, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
"Ooh, yes, please." Okay.
Against the barrels?
Oh
Don't
no!
Don't question.
It was that was a 1.
Shouldn't she get advantage because she's big?
So it's a 5. But it was.
Okay, but you rolled a natural 1.
I did
okay.
roll a nat 1.
So,
no.
so as you say this, you let out a little hiccup, because from your
From my
your
whiskey that I
drinking
was
from
drinking.
earlier, and they just
Listen,
go,
I've been fighting alcoholism my whole life. You're pretty.
Giant drunk
and-
Sarsa.
and they
I
just
was on tape.
and they just look at you and go, "Bah!" and kind of scream. All right, Jerik, you are up.
I'm gonna attack that barrel. Draw my
All right,
sword.
I'm gonna attack the barrel to the left of you.
The one that shot ale at me,
Yeah, do it.
which like probably recognize the smell. Is that ale?
Is that a vintage?
It's above 20, 24.
Yeah, that hits. Roll some damage.
10 damage.
Okay, so with your sword, you slice across it, and it starts to kind of spurt out ale in a couple of. It's where its side would be, but it's a construct kind of barrel, but it goes, bah, and it just kind of keeps walking towards you.
I will use my second attack on that barrel again.
Okay.
If it's still up.
Still
and
up.
That will be. Man, I'm bad at math. 14.
That will hit.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll some damage.
10 again.
All right, so you slice it again, this time on the other flank, and it goes bah, and kind of splits open in the side, and a bunch of ale bursts out of kind of where its abdomen would be, and it kind of falls over, and you can see its arms and face kind of like kind of move a little bit, but it's just pretty much incapacitated. It can't move at all. It's effectively down.
I think carefully about whether I want to drink some of that, and then
It's all puddling on the floor a little bit.
decide this is not the time.
Oh, sorry. So you succeeded. I forgot to add the ale was poison. So you succeeded on the con save, but you still take half damage. So
Well, then I definitely don't want to drink that.
okay, yeah, and you would know it feels a little funny. So it's 10 damage. So you take 5 poison damage.
Wait, I don't think
That's
that
where the
happened to me.
Constitution came in.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
Curious
I'm
about
a
that.
paladin. Give me a second. Let me look this up and double check.
yeah.
I have divine health.
Well, he's looking that up.
I am immune. No. I'm
Oh, you're
immune
not
to
poisoned.
disease.
Sorry, you're not poisoned. You just take half damage.
Disease? No. Okay. So, for future reference, I can't be diseased. Don't try to disease
Gotcha.
me.
Right.
I
No.
can be poisoned.
No
All right, so
rats
what's the damage
with
then?
plague. Okay, so you take 5 damage,
Okay.
but you're not poisoned because you succeeded. Okay. All right. One of the keg golems, that is still alive. So there's now 2. I'll say the one closest to Coach is going to Ale Blast. He's going to move up, seeing Coach and Sarsa. It's going to attempt to Ale Blast at both of you. Kind of goes ha ha, and kind of leans forward, and then his head sort of goes poof, and explodes. So I need both of you guys to make a Constitution save.
I am resistant to poison because I'm a dwarf. Con save.
It's a 12 for me.
It's a 14 for me.
Okay, so Sarsa, you take 11 points of poison damage, and you are poisoned. And Coach, you take 5 points, halved
2,
which is 2.
2 damage.
Yep.
I drink some of it.
The other keg golem, which is kind of in front of you, to your right, is gonna walk up to you and attack you with its axe. And that's a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Ooh.
Okay. You're gonna take 6 slashing damage.
Slashing damage, I have resistance to because I'm a big old lady.
Yeah.
So I'm only taking 3.
So you're taking 3. Yeah, half of that. Yeah, it just kind of whacks at your foot and goes, Mah!
Sarsa, your ankle.
I've had hangovers worse than you.
Coach, you're up.
Coach.
Coach.
It's going to
Film before live studio audience.
burst into a rage. Okay, gonna rage it up here, and I'm gonna first take 2 swipes, one with my magical warhammer, and the other with my magical construct destroying mace. All right, so that one here is redonkulous. That's gonna be 20, a lot.
Yep.
30 actually against the No, that's the wrong one. This is the one with the construct. That one's the one with the construct is a natural 20 actually. Woo. So they're both gonna hit.
Yeah.
One of them is going to the mace has some properties where it hurts constructs a lot more.
Yeah.
So 6 plus 16 plus 14, 30 damage against the construct on the first strike, and then 11 damage there, so 41 damage.
To 1?
Just a 1.
To 1. Okay.
I mean, well, I hit the 1 for what was it?
30?
30?
Yeah. So the first strike, just with, you kind of do a little bit of a leap, and you just fly down, and then wham, just splinter it in half. It just goes flying. Okay, you just smash it into the wall.
And then I'm going to run over with my movement.
All right.
This thing over here.
Wow, that's a lot.
Coach is your enemy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Favorite enemy.
Barrels of ale.
Top of the round. 3 more.
What?
3 more that are right next to the big door come to life. And then they pull out axes and they kind of do the same thing.
I'm pretty sure Coach could take on all these barrels by himself.
If you had a favored terrain, it'd definitely be a mine.
A mine against barrels of ale. Yes, that is his thing.
And Saeleas, at the top of the round, your turn. You see 3 more of these keg golems sprout phases and axes right next to the door that Jerik is nearby. There's a couple of them that have been destroyed, and there's one that was still alive from its original bunch. So you still have you now have 4 again.
All right.
There's more over here.
I feel like Saeleas would think Coach has the one in front of him well in hand, so I'll target, let's say, the one on the far my right near the door.
Okay.
So we'll use another firebolt,
All right. Roll it.
which is probably not going to hit because it was a 9.
That misses.
All right. Firebolt. Oh, whoops. That'll end my turn.
Okay. Sarsa. Large Sarsa.
Forgot to hug my book.
I mean, large is relative, but yes. Yeah.
Extra Sarsa.
So, Sarsa Deluxe. So I've got the one that's
Sarsa
right
Max.
next to us,
Sarsa
right?
Max.
Max Pro.
There's the one that's
Pro Max.
the one that Coach came back for. That one's still standing, right?
The one he ran towards is still standing. Yes, he destroyed the other one quite heartily.
Then I'm going to swing at it with my Mace of Disruption.
Okay, let me look up something real quick. Because you are poisoned,
You're basically.
you have disadvantage on attack rolls. So you're gonna roll
because
with,
I'm poisoned.
because you're poisoned. You're gonna roll with disadvantage.
Oh no. Well, this is not ideal. Okay. Well, that's probably not gonna do it. That's gonna be an 8 to hit. And I'll
8
roll
misses.
again, but yep. Oh, and there's a nat 20, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, but 8 misses.
Yeah.
But hey, I do have this cool enlarge token, so you can. So anytime you get bigger, you can put that underneath yourself.
I've got so
So you're big, but you're poisoned. All right, so you kind of swing at one of those with the mace, right? And with your mace, but you're so big, you're still kind of getting the hang of kind of how this combat works. You're like, and kind of go a little wide, and it just goes. All right, and
This ain't exactly my forte. Coach, I think we ought to be swapping trinkets.
Jerik.
Duly noted.
I already called dibs on the trinkets. I'll attack these. 17.
17 will hit.
14 damage. I'm hitting the one right in the middle.
It takes a slash from your sword. It's still standing, but barely looks like it's hanging together.
They're all fairly close together.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a 19. That's a lot. Like a 27.
that'll hit.
But I rolled a 1. That's 8 damage to the same one.
Okay, that one goes down.
And then
Just splinters. Also, a bunch of ale goes all over the floor again.
Gonna drown in here.
Not me. I can breathe underwater.
Under poisoned ale.
So I have the Shield Master feat. If I take an attack action on my turn, I can use my bonus action to shove a creature within 5 feet of me with my shield. So I'm gonna try to shove. Of the 2 left, I'm gonna try to shove one into the other one.
All right. Sure. How does that work? You're going to shove one if it hits.
Take the shield and smash
Then
it, and
the
it's
other
gonna
one.
go 5 feet away.
Okay.
Which, if the other one is in 5 feet, that's where I'm aiming it.
And it just.
Athletics and
It's just moving it. It's not an attack.
Okay,
It wouldn't
okay.
do
It wouldn't
damage
doesn't
unless
do
you
damage. It just moves it.
wanna
Okay.
do flavor
Okay.
damage.
So go ahead and roll athletics, and it will roll athletics as well.
16.
Ooh, it rolled a 22.
How strong is that? Oh my gosh! It's a
It-
barrel.
It has a lot of mass, and it
Barrel
just kind of
chested.
plants itself and goes poof, against your shield and goes ha 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 ha. Kind of cackles at you.
Uh-oh.
All right.
a mouth. It's like a puppet mouth.
And this little wooden mustache goes up and down, little wooden beard that's on this keg. Wooden teeth.
I don't see the purpose of the beard, the wooden beard.
It's craftsmanship.
Yes,
it's like
fantastic.
a dwarven homage.
Dwarves definitely made these, right?
Oh,
This is a dwarf
100%.
thing.
All right. One of the keg golems that's in front of you is going to return in favor and lean down. And then is going to do its ale blast. And go ahead and make a Constitution save.
This is like the worst nightmare of a bard.
Ooh,
Crit.
All right. So you deftly leap
Now I
out of the
crit.
way.
To dodge the beer.
You're very good at dodging. You're nimble.
Ooh, it rolled 15 damage, but you still take half, so that's going to be 7. 7 damage. But you're not poisoned.
Good.
bring it
The
on.
middle one, yeah. Yeah, so the other one that's right in front of Coach is going to attack Coach. It is also going to hail blast. Blast. Constitution saving throw.
Woo! I
Sorry,
get advantage. All right, that's a lot. 20 something.
That succeeds. So
Woo.
you're still going to take half damage and then half of that.
Quarter
so
damage.
9, 4, so you take 2 damage. And the last one, okay, so there's one more. The last one, which is back towards Jerik, is going to step forward and attack Jerik. It's going to try to do another ale blast.
That's the con save.
Yeah, con save.
17.
Oh, that succeeds.
So much con.
Did you say you're a con man?
Hey, yes.
That did not do well. It only rolled a 4, so that's only going to be half that. It's going to be 2 damage. Okay.
Take this all day.
Then Coach, who is raging.
Coach is raging. Coach is going to say, you guys got this one, right? Sarsa. Saeleas.
I'll take care of it.
All right, Coach is going to just run. So if it gets an attack of opportunity, it gets an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it misses.
Woof. Haha, sucker.
It goes into the ground.
Now I'm going to attack these, or I'm going to attack one of them, hopefully attack 2 of them.
Okay.
Ugh, that's less good. But that one's should be okay. So, with the mace, that's a 15.
That'll hit.
And actually, that's a 18. But yeah, all right.
Yeah,
so
that
it's
hits.
gonna take a lot. 9 plus something. Hold on. Sorry.
Boop, 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 boop. Math is a thing with numbers and stuff.
But we do
Math. Not even once.
Games don't work without math.
11 damage with the mace.
It's still up, but it looks.
Ooh.
You kind of take out one of the legs, and it's like.
It's just rolling around like a turtle.
kind of. Yeah.
okay.
And then your second attack?
The second attack is 11.
Ooh, that just barely hits. You kind of slice off the beard of one of them.
Okay. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to make another attack
All right.
with my mace.
Wow. Nice.
12
That hits.
to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Rolled a 1 for damage, but that's plus 5,
The same one?
7. Yeah, I'm attacking the same.
Okay, same one.
Because it didn't go down.
Yep.
6, 4, 10 damage.
10 damage. So yeah, you kind of slam into it, and it kind of explodes off the side, blasting some ale on top of Jerik.
Yeah, it does.
All right,
That's my turn.
nice.
My eyes are burning.
Top of the round, Saeleas.
This is way
Poison
better
ale.
than
Yeah.
This is way better than lizard acid though, so I'll take it.
Saeleas will attack the one right in front of Sarsa.
Okay, near Sarsa.
Bad ale. Bad ale.
Firebolt! 12.
12 hits.
Oh, it does. Nice. All right. Then we will
These are not very
roll.
well
Whatever
armed.
that is. What is that? 2d10? 2d10.
2d10.
Firebolt! 10. Fire damage.
So it starts burning, and it's still on fire, and you just see this keg golem with a very evil wooden grimace on fire, holding an axe, going. Bah! It does not seem happy, even though it's not alive. But you really pissed it off.
Finish it off, Sarsa!
All right, Sarsa, you're up.
Sarsa is really annoyed with how terrible she is at hitting things right now. She's realizing that the buzz is not super great. So she's just gonna say,
Alright.
and she's gonna just hold out her hand and attempt Sacred Flame on the little barrel next to her.
All right.
So it has to make a dex save.
Dexterity. Ooh, it rolled a natural 20.
Hey.
Oh,
This is the
nimble barrel.
the Russian dancer of this keg golem.
It's a light ale.
Yeah, it's a light ale.
you just hear Sarsa like there's a whole string of inappropriate curse words that just get muttered under her breath. Like,
Sarsa channels back to her sailor days. All right. Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Just kick it.
You have a bonus action?
no.
Okay. You're just big, just.
I'm just big. I'm gonna. She's.
Sarsa, just step on it or something.
know what?
Let's go.
She's gonna try. She's gonna try and see if she's gonna say,
You ain't even worth my time.
and she's gonna run past it. Towards the other one, which will hopefully inflict an attack of opportunity. There's a method to this game.
Goading it.
Yeah.
All right, so it's gonna. It's going
Is it taking that attack of opportunity?
You like
can't hit
strut
me.
past it, like, ooh, I'm gonna walk right through your range.
It's gonna try to. it's going to try to attack you with its
Okay.
axe. 16.
16 hits, barely.
Barrel.
So you'll take 6 damage, and that's halved. So 3.
So I'll take 3. But
Sarsa.
I get my Wrath of the Storm, is what I get. And so he's made an attack, so he has to make a dex save.
Okay.
And I'm going to go ahead.
It's a 9.
Yes. It's a 9. So that's going to fail. And so he's going to take 2d8 of lightning, or we'll do lightning damage. So he's going to take 9 damage.
9 lightning damage.
Yes.
All right.
And she's going to look back and be like, sucker.
All right, and this is the one that's on fire. Yep. So it's just like burning on fire, and then this kind of crackling lightning goes back and hits it, and it goes and kind of explodes out in this kind of burst of ale and wood and fire.
And Sarsa just
goes
laughs
everywhere as you
maniacally.
continue to run towards the others, towards Coach.
Good job!
Towards Jerik. And Jerik, it's your turn, and you have 1 keg golem left in front of you. And it looks pretty intact.
Intact? Yeah. Well, it's gonna be attacked. So I smash it with my sword again for 27.
Jeez.
To hit.
Jeez Louise.
No, I'm just kidding. That hits.
8 damage.
An intangible keg.
This is the
Hit it again for
Chief Keg golem.
Kegels.
Papa Keg.
No.
Okay, so roll some damage. You hit both times.
The second was 11.
It was at least 8? Okay, so you take it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smash, let's go. Move along.
All right, so all the Keg golems are kind of taken care of.
Woohoo!
All right, they're done, you guys. Let's get the door down. And I go back to smashing the door.
Saeleas
So
will
you've noticed this
walk
kind
up
of
to you guys.
locking mechanism with with large bars across the top section and the bottom section with various mechanics, and it looks pretty intact. But because of all of the noise and explosions and whatnot, presumably you start seeing these bars kind of go. And it's one of those doors that kind of slides to the side.
Hey guys.
Oh, it's a pocket door.
Can I take a real quick moment? I'd like to see if I can snag some of the ale that was in one of these kegs and put it in my flask.
It's
the
Sarsa,
poison
it's
ale?
clearly poison ale.
Aye, it might come in handy later on.
Are we?
If you want to, there's this door opening up, and
blood slush?
Just real quick, just a little.
sure.
Before the door opens, are we like? I mean, if this is downhill and they've been spraying ale, are we like knee deep in a big bowl of ale?
It's a pretty 20
muddy.
foot wide.
sloshy.
Definitely sloshy.
It's 20 foot
It's about
wide.
as
It's
sloshed
kind of
as
sloshy,
Sarsa
but
is.
it's sunken in a little bit. So it's a little. It's like a bunch of it's kind of sloshy.
That smell
Floor.
reminds me of home.
So the door opens up. It's one of those like chain doors, so it's kind of like ding 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 ding. Can somebody do the ting 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 ting, and I'll go goo 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 goo. And slowly opens up, and then you see this large, spindly, snake-like looking man, humanoid, but it's got a snake for a head, gray kind of reptilian scales all over its body with 2 arms covered in this kind of viscous slime and almost like gills on the side of its face and in its chest, and it goes.
Hello there, fella. I don't suppose you fancy a pint?
And it kind of looks at you.
Hello.
I've been expecting
Hello, Knights of the Roll Table. This is Chris Daly, your Dungeon Master for Season 2 of the podcast. I heard some feedback that last week's announcements were a little long, so here we go, the 1-minute version. If you enjoy the show, please consider taking a minute to leave a rating and review on whatever podcast service you are listening to this on. Check out Weston's new Patreon at Make My Anthem. Check out my art for the characters on our Instagram at Rolltable. Visit our Twitter at Rolltable for tips and community chat. If you have any feedback or questions or want to put an ad on the show, contact us at knightsoftherolledtable@gmail.com. We know we are not the only D&D actual play podcast out there, so we really honestly thank you so much for listening and giving us a chance. Whew, that's all of our announcements. Now go out and make life an adventure!
I've been expecting you.
Sarsa's gonna walk towards him and just say,
Oh, that's a relief. I'm so excited to meet you.
and she's gonna use her like tiefling ability to attempt to charm person.
Okay.
So he's got to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sarsa, what are you doing? Sarsa.
Hang on, let a woman work.
$19.
He saves.
All right.
Never
He kind of
mind.
looks at you and goes,
I don't think so.
Well, you can't blame a woman for trying. I mean, look at you. You're magnetic.
Not at all. But maybe you can help me.
and it's going to reach out and cast suggestion
Oh, jeez.
on you.
Is that, do I make a wisdom save?
Yes, please.
Oh, no. It's a 20. Dirty 20.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wisdom's
You
kind of
feel
a thing.
you
Not mine.
feel this. It doesn't know that. You feel this kind of like power kind of hold your mind a second, and everything's getting a little bit of a narrow tunnel vision, and you see this form before you, but you shrug it off and shake your head, and then everything comes back into focus, and you feel your resurged, enlarged power.
Sorry, love, already had one date tonight, and even that didn't go spectacularly. Have to at least try and buy me a drink first.
All right. It was just Jerik's turn. That was its turn. So next up is Coach. We're going to continue with initiative. What would you like to do?
You just tried to do some tricky finger work on my friend there. I don't like that very much. Coach is gonna charge him.
All right.
Gonna run up. Double attack with my mace. Well, that one's a 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
All right, and a 11 to hit.
11 will miss.
Okay, so it's gonna deal. I rolled 2 1s. Fantastic. 7 damage, 7 bludgeoning, and then I'm gonna try and I'm gonna use my bonus action to swing at him again with my war hammer. 11 again. Darn it!
That misses.
Will you stop moving around? Just let me hit you.
All right. Top of the round, Saeleas. You are up.
Right, he's gonna cast Frostbite on this lizard dude.
Is a snake. Snake dude.
This reptile. There.
Reptilian person.
Reptilian sapien.
This is not the
It's
time
probably
for
gonna miss because
political
that is an 11.
correctness.
That misses.
Frostbite. Oh, darn it.
You're trying to remember what Nuzir taught you a little bit earlier, but all of the weird poison ale smells kind of getting to you, and you're like, the frostbite goes wide.
I've got to hug my book harder.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, Sarsa, it's back to you.
Sarsa is going to reach her hand forward, and she's going to cast Guiding Bolt as a level 2 spell.
Okay.
So hang on, I gotta make a spell attack. And that's gonna be 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. And so that's gonna be boop, 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 boop. 5d6. So that's 19 plus So that'll be 24 damage, radiant damage.
Ooh.
And he's now covered in a glittering radiant light, and whoever attacks him next gets advantage.
All right, so you see this radiant damage come out, kind of come down and kind of blast him, burning him with this. Did not like that, and it's glowing. Jerik, you are up.
I don't. I'm struggling with like who I am. So like, we can redo this if you want, but I want to cast Zone of Truth.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it. So I think that's an action. We'll cast it on him, but then step into it. I don't know if anybody else knows what Zone of Truth does.
It's like a 60-foot radius, right? It's a.
I think
And when I was
everybody
little-
has to
15
make a.
15 foot.
Everybody within a 15-foot radius has to make some sort of save.
My mom would leave for work.
hold on.
I was left at home.
Hold on, save it.
I think I'm
Let's see.
just
We don't
outside
have
of
to
that
keep
range.
this.
I was
Yeah, it's a range of 60 feet. So, all right, shut up.
Hold on, let me
Let's
let him
just
talk.
call what it does. So it'll be centered on Sir Hiss, whatever the guy is.
Saeleas.
I'm creating a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius around him in a sphere. Centered on him until the spell ends. A creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw. Shoot. On a failed save, a creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. Oh, the caster knows whether everybody succeeded or failed. Affected creature is aware of the spell and can thus avoid answering questions to which it would normally respond with a lie. Such creatures can be evasive in its answers as long as it remains within the boundaries of the truth. So for everybody within 15 feet of that would cast a charisma saving throw.
Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, dang it.
Where'd you guys it centered on? On the
On
snake
him.
dude?
The snake.
All right, I think I'm outside of that range.
60 feet? I highly doubt it.
No,
No,
it's
it's
a 60
15,
foot
sorry.
radius that I can cast it
That
in,
was
but it's
me.
15 foot radius around
15,
him.
okay.
So it's just going to affect him, the UNT creature, Jerik, yourself, and Coach.
I rolled an 18.
It rolled a 14.
I rolled a 16, which would be up against my spell slave DC, I assume, which is 16. Did we all succeed?
No, you rolled a 14.
So I rolled 14. It rolled a 14.
So it's working on
All right,
him.
the snake cannot lie. I'm also
All right, I'll stop now.
I'm also in the zone of truth, and so I say, now, nobody here can tell a lie. To him.
And that's all fine. What's your point, human? I believe I was meant to meet one of you.
Jerik, what is he on about?
Oh, which one?
Let's find out.
Was it me?
Give me the curios, and no one needs to die.
Oh, we don't have those.
I know.
Jerik,
You
what
do.
have you told?
To me? All right, so, well,
And 6 seconds is up. It's going to. So it's going to say, hold on 1 minute, human. It's going to attack Coach with a scimitar attack.
Come here, you slippery, slimy serpent. Man.
Got enough of those.
Okay. Well, the first one misses. It's a double attack, so roll the 2 and a 19.
19
plus. Plus.
What's it attacking me with?
Scimitar, and then it's going to bite you. Oh, so the first one was a 7, so that misses, but then the second one, which is 24. will
Yeah,
hit.
that's it.
So,
Yes.
So the scimitar misses, but then it goes and it goes, and then bites you, kind of on the arm, and
Right in my bicep.
yeah, you're gonna take 8 points of piercing damage, halved.
Don't break your teeth on that there bicep, friend.
plus 18 points of psychic damage.
What the?
Coach.
Ow!
I just got massive vertigo.
You feel in your mind a kind of piercing, tingling in your mind going. And it just kind of
Coach's
holds
first
you for a
migraine.
second. And that pretty
Get off of me.
much hurts.
Oh,
Mind fangs.
jeez.
All right.
I do mind thing.
All right, Coach, it's your turn. You just got bitten literally
Ugh.
and kind of bitten in the mind.
Well, 2 can play at that game. I'm gonna try and bite him.
All right. Okay.
What?
You're still raging.
Rage bite. That's a 17. I don't know what is it. What my modifier is? Just strength modifier, right?
Yeah, I think it's just a strength modifier.
So 20, dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
He also, or who?
I have I have advantage on the attack too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could see if it crits. Nope. Okay.
Okay, dirty 20.
D4. That's 1 point of damage plus my strength modifier, so 4 points of bite damage.
Okay.
Piercing damage as I
Yeah.
bite him back.
All right.
How you like it?
You're like Mike Tyson.
And then I'm gonna hit him with my warhammer as my bonus action.
All right.
14 to hit.
Oh, it just hits.
Yes. And 12 damage.
So it is not looking too great. This thing is kind of like starting to bleed in several places, bruised, and it just does not look terribly happy. Saeleas, you're up.
Saeleas is gonna cast.
can talk about this.
I don't think so. Magic missile. That'll do 8, 11 damage. No, wait, that's plus 3. 14 damage. I rolled very well.
Yeah.
And it takes several blasts of force damage into its chest. It is barely hanging on. It just kind of. My master will not be happy that you failed. Looking at Jerik.
Who's your master?
I'm loyal to the cause. You will not succeed. Okay, Sarsa, you're up.
Well, boyo, it looks like we're succeeding right now. And Sarsa's gonna go ahead and sacred flame his little butt. So he's gotta go ahead and make a dex save.
All the 10-year-olds just snickered listening to this.
But
All right, dex save.
Do your duty, Sarsa.
Sacred flame is butt.
Actually has advantage on dex saves.
He does.
Because snake, I guess. But he rolled pretty bad, so it's only 14.
so he's gonna take 7 damage, radiant damage.
All right, describe your victory.
Sarsa just says,
All right, I think we win now.
and she points at him, and then down from the ceiling of the cave comes this radiant light, and it just sizzles him.
And he goes, no! And he just starts, boils and pus and everything start coming. You see a little skin kind of peel off.
Now
and
it's
he kind
being
of
overly dramatic.
and falls down.
Anyone else smell fried chicken?
Trust me, he doesn't taste very good.
You would know.
Sarsa's gonna walk over and see if there's anything on his person, like anything in his pockets, or.
He has no pockets. He is he is covered in scales.
So he was naked
Yeah, he was just kind of like a snake being.
that whole time?
Naked.
Naked? Nice.
He was
Kind
naked!
of a snake humanoid creature.
Ooh.
As you walk in, you see this kind of warehouse, large room. It's pretty big, and you have been fighting this guy on the top level of a staircase, kind of a platform that leads down into a lower level. In the lower level warehouse pit area, there are several rows upon rows of these constructs, and you see a dull, glowing purple energy emanating from their chests
What?
and from their joints, and they're all holding these swords, and they're all kind of at attention, lined up
Do
next
they
to each
appear
other.
to be like animated, or are they kind of just? Are they like? There's no like
There's
movement.
there's no movement right
Like
now.
they're activated.
They're all lined up, kind of in rows and rows and rows, and you recognize this form as the form of Cole Satori.
It's
But
a whole
there's-
bunch of Cole Satoris.
There's about 100 of them.
Quiet.
It's a whole bunch of
No, I heard you the first time.
Jerik, what have you led us into?
We
Have you
should
guys
leave.
have you guys moved inside? Who's moving inside?
We're
Coach
kind
is
of
there.
Are we on
slowly
some kind of
moving
like?
away.
You're like an upper
above
platform
area?
I
that's
think-
about 20 feet above, and you see a little spiral staircase that leads
I'm
down,
definitely looking down.
into the lower area.
Sarsa has to like duck down to get into the door because she's like
Saeleas will
massive
go
lady.
up. Saeleas will go up to the door so you can see in.
I've seen this once, but with a bunch of gnolls.
Yeah.
So
that
Jerik,
didn't
it's
work
been
out so
about
well.
45 minutes since Charm Person was cast on you, so you still have a little bit of time where you're still charmed.
Well, question.
Only you know
rules
that.
Question. I'll
Rules
give-
question.
So, Zone of Truth is a 10-minute spell.
Yep.
It says, until the spell ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there must make a charisma saving throw.
Yeah. So
Does
as you all
that mean
walk,
do you do one save, or do you redo it on each
Well,
turn?
no, if you're
just
you're
make one, and
staying
if
in
you
it, so
fail, then yeah. So everybody else that
Another-
comes in needs to make
another
that charisma saving throw.
Nat 20.
Saeleas doesn't need to tell the truth.
20.
Very ineffective.
27.
That's at 12.
So Sarsa has to tell the truth.
Sarsa doesn't
I
mince words.
rolled a
You're-
19.
you're
yeah.
fine, you're fine,
Rolled
okay.
18, but yeah, I'm good.
So Sarsa's affected by Zone of Truth.
But
There's
I'm
a-
aware that I'm affected by it.
Yeah.
Jerik, you left your spell up.
Take it down, Jerik. I don't want to hear all her stuff. She's probably got a lot of it.
She has a very interesting stories.
You can
actually.
take off. You can take off those two other papers. So as you all move your way further
man.
in to the space, you see beyond the constructs. You see a couple of things. There's a assembly line of sorts, and there's all these different crates and parts, and basically you kind of determine that there are pieces of these constructs that have been put together. You also see a cage in the far left corner, and inside of it there is a humanoid. It's a little too far away. It's about 120 feet away, but you just hear this kind of whimpering inside of a cage. It's too dark. You can't really tell. This whole area is very dark. You just see the kind of faint glow purple from the constructs that are not moving. And then you see kind of a faint whimpering. And then you also see another humanoid in front of one of the barrels, but Sarsa, you kind of notice this first because you have amazing perception. So you just kind of notice that there's somebody else that's down in front of one of the crates. It appears to be hiding.
Fellers, we ain't alone in here.
This has got that little gnome written all over it. The Ticklefoot
Does anybody else get the
bird lover thing.
feeling that this is a wee bit of a setup?
I think we should leave.
Leave all these things down here? We got to get rid of them.
We can come back. Why don't we rest up, come back?
What if they're not
Bring
here
some
when we come back?
reinforcements.
Someone in a cage. Jerik, I imagine that's something that wouldn't sit right with you, wouldn't it?
I'll take Zone of Truth down, because that didn't work on anybody.
It worked on me.
And a
You
snake.
tell the truth anyway.
You don't know that.
Yeah, well,
You hear-
let's hurry and get him out of there. And I don't. Maybe we should go back and get more instructions.
Does Coach see any kind of like power source, like any giant glowing crystal or something?
Make a perception check.
That's about right. I rolled a 2, so that's not gonna.
There's a lot of metal and a lot of pieces, and the technology is kind of throwing you off, and you're a little bit anti-technology anyway. And it's
I know that something's controlling them because that's what they did with the gnolls. But this place is too crazy. Makes me uncomfortable.
You hear from
Guys,
somewhere in the darkness. You hear, "Please, you guys, you need to go. Get out while you still can."
Was that Bartleby?
Bartleby?
and this kind of area around where he is kind of lights up, and you see he's casting a light spell, and his little kind of token that he's lit up, and you see Bartleby stick his head up, and he goes, "Yeah, it's me, Bartleby. Hi. I'm so sorry, guys. I hated to get you involved in this, but you need to go now, please. You're not safe here."
Sarsa can see the creature, or what they're like. She can see the outline. She's gonna walk towards it and start saying,
All right, I see you over there. What do you say we talk this out like normal people?
and she's gonna attempt to cast her enthrall.
Where are you walking?
I'm walking down these steps towards that area.
All right. As soon as you
giant?
step on the bottom step, you hear, and then 3 of the constructs to your right lift their heads up. Their eyes glow purple, and their sword comes up, and they look at you, and they look up, and then now that you've kind of lit up the room, and Bartleby lit up the room, you see this kind of skylight open up, and then the 3 of them kind of put out their hands, and they go, and they start
Iron Man
flying
style.
up. They start flying up Iron Man style and go straight up outside of the skylight. And Bartleby says, "Oh, well, that's not good. Yeah, they're gonna go kill somebody."